What's up, guys? It's your boy HardHat Dagu, and you've seen the title. You know what this video is about, so let's get straight into it. I'm gonna ask you a question. Tell me one thing that Sparking Zero does that Naruto Storm Connections did not do. I'll wait. Don't say the roster, because Storm Connections has every Naruto character from part 1 all the way up until Boruto, whereas Sparking Zero is missing Dragon Ball characters such as Devilman, Nam, Grandpa Gohan, Android 8, Super 17, who isn't a Dragon Ball character, he's a GT character, but still nonetheless. Don't say character customization, which we all thought was coming when we seen the power pole on Goku. They don't have that. You can only add a halo to like 2 characters. Not every character has an alternate costume, and not every character has, no character has alternate colorways, so that's out. As you can see, Storm has a different costume for almost every character, and every character has alternate colors. Also, you can add any item to any character, use them online or just in free match, and have your own personal flair on your characters. Whereas Sparking Zero doesn't allow for this. Goku, Frieza, and I think only a few other characters really have accessories you can take on and off, and usually it's 1 or 2, and most of them, and actually none of them, have alternate colors. So if you get in a mirror match, you're going to be super confused, which is just another feature missing from BT3. Even though people argued me down in my comments about how this game is the next installment in BT3, and what did you expect? It's obviously going to be just like it, but it's not just like it, and that's the problem. I want to also move on to the cutscenes for story mode. So a lot of the cutscenes in story mode on this are very lackluster in Sparking Zero, whereas compared to in Storm, they also have like the still images, but they actually take clips from the show. So a person who's never seen Naruto can at least get a good idea of what's going on and might even want to go check out the source material. With this game, they kind of skip over a lot of stuff unless it's one of the what if scenario missions, and even those are really hard to even trigger, because if you go into the pause menu and look at battle conditions, sometimes it doesn't even tell you what you need to do to trigger the what if, so that sucks. So while we're on the topic, I do want to talk about the in-game cutscenes for Storm, and these look amazing. And Sparking Zero has in-game cutscenes that are really well animated, but those are, again, I only seen those mostly for the what if scenarios. The canon story missions, they usually just use the still images. So yeah, that's another thing where I feel like Storm Connections kind of has the one up on Sparking Zero, even though when Storm dropped, it got pretty bad reviews, and I was very confused by that, because I'm like, a lot of the complaints that I seen at the time are complaints that people have with Sparking Zero, yet everyone's treating Sparking Zero like this 10 out of 10 amazing game that you just can't say anything bad about. And here's even more footage of the story and Storm Connections, even covering part 1 Naruto. Now, don't get me wrong, it doesn't cover every single battle in part 1, but it does enough, especially with the cutscenes and the battles it chooses, that if I never watched the show and just wanted to buy the game, there's enough here that would make me be like, I might want to go check out this anime. There's also a unique story mode in this game called Special Story, where they do some sort of original story for Boruto. But please don't ask me what it's about. I don't know. I jumped back in it midway when I picked this game back up again, and I have no idea what the fuck is going on, but it's pretty cool and you should check it out. Another thing I think that's worth mentioning in this game is that it also has an encyclopedia similar to Sparking Zero, where it tells you all about the characters' backgrounds, the moves that they use in game, the ultimates you could switch between. And yes, in this game you can switch between certain characters' ultimates. Certain characters have more than one ultimate you can switch from, unlike in Sparking Zero, where they obviously do it in the story mode, but you can't do it in free battle for some reason, which I think is really dope. Which, again, like I said, these two games feel the same to me. Like, they do the same amount for their animes, but I feel like Naruto does just a bit more when it comes to replayability and just representing its franchise. There's a lot more to unlock in this game, as I showed you all the different costumes, different encyclopedia entries, different finishing cutscenes, things like that. You know what I mean? There's things you can do, and there's in-game currency to earn and buy those things. Whereas in Sparking Zero, I feel like I earned everything I could possibly earn, and now all that's left is going to be shit that I have to buy with real money. And that's a problem. And to end this video, I want to end it on the gameplay and combat, because one of the biggest arguments I got on Sparking Zero being better was, oh, the combat is so much more complex. But what bothered me was people were saying it was more complex, but were also saying, oh, it's not supposed to be competitive, it's a party game, it's a couch game. But then they're also saying, well, you need to get skilled at it to actually be good at it. So I don't know if you understand this, but you know, it being complex doesn't make it a party game. A party game is a game that anyone can just pick up and play. Sparking Zero isn't a game you can just pick up and play. If you try to just pick up and play, even against the fucking CPU on a high difficulty, you're going to get your ass whooped. They're going to super counter you. They're going to vanish you. They're going to do a bunch of shit. So, and then it's even worse once you get online. But then I seen an argument saying, well, the Storm games aren't much better. All you do is press square to do your combos, which is true, but it's way more complex than that. And I would even argue that it's a little bit more challenging because every player is on the same level as far as button inputs. The button inputs are simple enough to where the actual skill comes in with team composition, how you use your team, switching out, when you use your jutsus, keeping your substitutions full, things like that. And people try to oversimplify it like it's not super complicated, but it is. There's times in this video that you're going to see where I knock him down with a down combo, hurry up and hit him with a jutsu, switch out, dash towards him as one character and switch to another character to distract them. Like, there's a lot of things that can be done here, which I also feel like Sparking Zero could have did, because the only complication you have in building a team is how much DP they cost. That's really it. There's no like support where you can have Piccolo jump in and use a special beam cannon to help you out or anything like that, which I thought would have been really dope. Even in this game, there's shit where like certain characters help you charge your chakra faster. Certain characters jump in front of you and tank a ultimate attack for you. Shit like that I think would have been really cool, especially since Piccolo did something like that for Gohan in the Dragon Ball series, which I don't even think they show in Sparking Zero. Which I thought would have been a cool feature as well. If somebody uses an ultimate, you have a type of character that can jump in front of that ultimate and tank it for you, and maybe they lose some health after that or something like that. But that's what I'm saying. And all that I've been saying is the only thing I feel like Sparking Zero does different is that it came out 17 years later, once graphics improved, and it came out with better graphics, but it didn't add much to BT3 formula. In fact, it took things away that really I don't feel like is good enough. But that's been this video, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I know I'm about to get a bunch of motherfuckers arguing with me about Sparking Zero. That's fine. Hey, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of constructive criticism. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and have a wonderful rest of your day. It's your boy HardHat Dagu, clocking out. Peace.
Same player, just a new game. Niggas messed up like Shao Kahn, but bitch I'm Liu Kang. Left, right, raise my firearm and then I shoot flames. I feel like I died on XCOM, my whole crew changed. Damn, old school flow, but I'm not old, I'm retro. Ballin' like Bo Jackson in tech mode. So playing PS2, there's some shit I can't let go.